Mel,
Brandon,
31 here.
damn,
Episode 31. Look at us.
real pros.
Big time.
Upgraded all of our equipment and everything.
Can't you tell?
We're up there. We're up there. Well, you can, in a little puddle, you don't have to make much of a splash, do you?
I guess not. Like the splash ain't the topic of the night, right?
Exactly.
So Mel went to the work session, last Friday?
Indeed, last Friday.
And not just a few days ago, but a whole week ago, I guess, right? And we got to talking. I wanted to go, and I didn't have the opportunity. But so Mel recorded this thing, and I'm trying to listen back to it, and it's the funniest damn thing because there's I don't know how many people were in the room. What do you think? 9 or something?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
But there's all these familiar voices I hear, but they're all talking in circles about where the money's going to come from to pay for the new splash pad at Wilson Park, and so I called Scotty Rogers.
Whoa. What's going on here?
Oh, a little wine today.
Oh.
Give me another
Hey,
glass.
Mambo. Let's go Italiano. Hey, Mambo. I'm with you. And what's the Italian occasion?
Well,
Assuming it's Italian.
yeah, of course it is. A
Bam.
friend of mine brought this to us. So,
Really?
drinking a little Italian wine tonight.
You've got friends in Italy.
Well, low places.
Low Italians? God, how low is that?
That's pretty damn low. They're on sea level.
I've been to Italy. I've been to Italy. That was a long time ago.
They are at sea level.
Yeah. So what do we got here? What kind of wine is this?
Italian wine. Hell, I don't know. I couldn't. Even if I did, I couldn't pronounce
It
it.
smells like port. What is it? It smells like port. Yeah, it smells like port. It's got those tannins.
You're so full of shit.
Very good back smell of alcohol. 8%.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers to you. Cheers on 30. 31. Damn.
Oh, fantastic.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
So, Mel, you went to the work session.
Morgan David. What?
Shit, I don't know. It's in Italian.
Shiraz.
Why do we care? We're not going to get it again.
Well, we don't. We just. Yeah, but. All right. Good point. Good point.
So you went to a work session. They tried to. Is that how you drink wine?
Any more? How do you drink it?
I thought you were supposed to enjoy it.
Well, it kind of sure does, but we already proved that we're not, and we already went through that. Didn't we? Didn't we
So
decide?
you're going to drink a whole bottle? Here, I'll give you a
Not
tall
if you-
pour.
I'll let you have some. I'll drink the whole thing by myself. I'll share.
You're going to share with us? Thank you.
I sure.
So, you went to the work session.
Yeah.
Tried to talk these people into listening to you.
Yeah.
And they did a little
Well,
bit.
no, that wasn't until damn near at the end of the work session. I let them give their spiel out. You know, their secret, double secret. Let's meet at noon, have lunch, and grab a bite. And while I forget I need bullshit for 30 minutes.
And what did we learn?
What did we learn? We learned that their creative financing only works if you have taxpayer money. In the real world, none of their stuff works. It's just like crapola that their financing techniques are. I can't do that. You can't do that. We couldn't go to the bank with a pie in the sky idea and have anybody give us any damn money.
Especially when it's
But
just
they're going to do it anyway. It doesn't stop these guys.
Well, sure. So what we heard, and I listened to the audio. Mel was there and I wasn't. He recorded it for me, and is they were all talking in circles about where the funding's coming from. Some of it was from grants, some of it was from Creekstone, some of it was from the Rotary Club. Who else was?
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh, take it all back.
Who else was it coming from? Money.
A couple of state grants, the BJ.
Oh, the VJ Wilkins. Yeah.
BJ?
VJ.
BJ. Oh, whatever. I knew it was, whatever it was nasty.
So.
If it's done right, it always is.
God, great, Mel.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
What are you laughing about? Yeah.
So they're going to build a splash pad, and it's going to cost $1 million. Is what I learned, right?
Well, no, it's going to cost. Well, that's the truth, but according to them, it started out at 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000. Then you start adding the utilities and stuff they didn't account for, and you're up to $1 million. Engineering estimate But I've never seen an engineering estimate that wasn't low. Never seen one that wasn't. And I've been doing this stuff for 50 years. So it's going to cost $1 million for a splash pad and a bathroom.
So what's the idea of tearing down the old bathrooms? Because they're pretty new, and they just put those in.
I don't know. I think Derby did. I think Winfield did. Put some new bathrooms in, so we're going to put some new in. And then that could be the only reason. Otherwise, there is no other reason. You don't change to go to the splash pad. They're just there to actually relieve yourself. And well, of course, that'll keep the kids from pissing in the splash pad. Hey, there's a bathroom over there. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to piss in the splash pad. We're training them to move to San Francisco is what we're doing.
Ooh, yeah, we're trying to be like San Francisco. We're off to a good start.
So you were in the room. You got to get the feel of the folks there. Do you think this is going to go through? What'd you get? What was your read on the commissioners?
Well, the flim flam from the city makes it all look not only doable but practical. The commissioners are, I don't know how to put it other than bluntly, they're just not paying attention. They're not looking at the overall picture. They're not understanding the ramifications of splash pads. Once again, they're just being led by staff recommends. And staff recommends a splash pad. What the driving thing on the splash pad, and I'm not sure. I mean, when the streets are falling apart, the sewer mains are falling apart, the water mains are falling apart, everything's falling apart, and they want to put a damn splash pad in. High maintenance, high liability, high probability of some kind of infection or disease. You know, dogs piss in them, kids piss in them. They're out in the sun, baking in the sun, and they're only good for a couple months out of the year. So what's
a few months? I mean, I'd argue that.
Okay, how many months?
Well, probably May to August, anyhow.
May, June, July, August. Oh, 3 months. Okay, so I was off 30%, just like their accounting. They're off by 30% on their accounting too. So I guess I fall right in line with those guys. But yeah, I stretch it out, and then during the heat of the day, they can only run during the daytime, and there has to be parental supervision and blah blah blah.
What about lifeguards?
I don't know. You can drown in 2 inches of water. I don't know. Hadn't thought of lifeguards, but maintenance alone, because if they use a recirculating system, all these pumps and filters they're huge maintenance. Huge maintenance. There's much maintenance as a swimming pool. And the problem is they don't have any volume of storage, so it's really hard to treat the water when it just runs right through the system. Now, if they go to a wasted system where all the water is wasted, might be cheaper, but then I don't know if their water plant can keep up.
How much water do you think they'd waste today?
Oh, I don't know. I have to see something on it. There's nothing. There's no real specs on it. There's no real capacity. There's nothing in here except for basic budgeting. But they're not really clear on their specifications of pump sizing, pipe sizing.
Where's the picture at?
So here's the map.
That's the map of the park, and we'll try
The
to
big black thing's a rotunda.
we'll try to scan this and post it on the page. But quick overview there. That's something they were nice enough to share with Mell the other day at the meeting. But
Yeah, share is not really what I'd say.
you had to ask for it.
Divulge it. They
You had to beg for it.
Yeah, but they gave it to me.
They did give it to you. And so, does this first phase one that they're talking about, that's going to cost $1 million, what do we get for phase one?
We get the splash pad, the bathrooms, the pump housing, the filter, and a little peripheral sidewalk. That's it.
But we don't get the
No.
rotunda expansion into the
No.
food truck court area.
Nope, you don't get
None of that's in phase one for $1 million.
No, not the overall project is $3 million plus, and that's going to include the farmers market and the pavilion upgrade, blah blah blah, whatever else they got schemed in here. The sidewalks, the garden features, the tennis court redone. We already did the train. And Canyon brought up a good point. He said, well, in your world of financing, the train was supposed to have been 100% funded, and the city spent over $70,000 on it of taxpayer money. So, you know, if you use that as a benchmark of how the city works, which apparently that's the way the city works.
So you're saying the park might cost us $6 million when we're all done?
Well, when cost us, one of their cost savings devices was to have the city self-perform. And I don't know what all the city can do in this, but I mean, the city has stuff to do. If we use that hike bike trail over.
I better drink the rest of this so you don't.
Well, wait a minute. Hope you brought 2 bottles.
I did.
All right.
I don't know how to open the next one.
We're good. Well, if you don't have to, I'll do it.
They delivered it open, which was a great feature.
That's pretty good wine.
I like it. It's made with Millennial grapes, they
Nice
said.
color. Let me see the bottle. You know how they do that?
So you can stack them?
Looks like a hell of a pressure. I don't want to look. I can't see it. My glasses are so bad I can't see the damn thing.
So,
I can see it from here.
what do you want to do on the splash pad? What's your gut telling you? What do you
My gut says, hell no, let it go. Eventually bring it up later at a better time. But in front of this, we have stuff we got to take serious, and that's our infrastructure on our wage disparity. Yeah, I knew I'd get that in somehow. That will get in there.
2020. It's going to get in there.
2020. Here we are, 2020. Yeah. So if our 2020 foresight, if we had 2020 hindsight, our 2020 foresight should tell us not to do something like this. But do we learn? Does history repeat itself, or did we learn our lesson?
We will soon find out.
I guess we will. It's up into the hands of our competent commissioners. But I will say that when I was leaving, I brought up money and stuff like that. You know, like, hey, this is not what you said it was. It's just a lot more money than what you guys are saying, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody else left, and Commissioner Dwayne Eastman was studying the prints.
Good.
He was looking at the prints. He had them upside down. I turned back around for him. But he was looking at the prints.
Well,
and so he actually showed some kind of cognate on the project, which I was surprised.
I called Jay. I haven't got a hold of him yet.
Yeah.
I called Commissioner Kenyon, and then I also called Scotty and asked them, you know, was it that confusing for you on where the finances was coming from for this? And they said yes. So I guess they've requested some more clarity on.
Well, let's recap the financing real quick. So they have $300,000 in the bank from Creekstone.
Well, that's what they said in the
That's
deal.
exactly what they said.
But what actually is the case is they don't have that yet.
I think you heard the recording. They have $300,000.
No,
They don't.
No, not yet.
Maybe I recorded wrong. Maybe our recording is garbled. Jesus Christ. Okay, but from VJ Wilkerson, they've got $500,000 from them.
But is it 250 or is it 500? Because it seemed like they were counting the 250 twice. And part of that 250 was for the train that's already spent. And then somebody asked, well, how much of that was spent on the train? Well, we don't really know, but some of it was spent on the train.
So we don't have the $300,000. We don't have the $500,000. What about the $68,000 from the Rotary Club?
I don't know with authority, but I was told that was a no-go at this time.
What about the $277,000 from the Kansas
Wildlife and Parks?
Wildlife and Parks.
I think that's a real grant. I think they got that money.
They have it, or they'll know in
No. I think
April. They'll know in April.
I think I seen the letter where they were awarded that.
Oh,
I think they got
excellent.
that.
And that has a 20% matching fee with it.
It does have a matching fee with it.
So
and some other strings attached. It has to.
So it makes it $50,000 less. So it's actually $220,000 maybe at tops.
I thought it was like 331 and 270 was the offset.
However it goes. However, we got to come up with 20%.
There was some money there.
And there was another state funding
Federal grant that I don't even know if they applied for that yet.
So as of date, they have no money.
Well, maybe 300,000 or so of the million.
I thought Creekstone didn't come up with the 300,000
But they do got the one grant
for 277,000.
Yeah.
But they don't have it yet. It's not gonna. They're talking like they want to break ground immediately. Bam! Let's rubber stamp this baby through here, and let's get rolling.
And you know they will.
Roll. And then to offset the cost, they're going to have city do a lot of the work, which they can't. The city has jobs to do. I mean, it's not like they don't have any water mains to work on, or streets to repair, or sewer mains to fix, or manholes to uncover. It's not like they don't have any of these things going on, plus the ongoing water main breaks, sewer collapses, blah, 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 blah.
So one of the things on there was they're going to take the playground equipment from Wilson Park
Yes.
and move it down to Veterans Lake.
So the newer playground equipment, stuff they just put in, what, 5 years ago? 4 years ago?
The nice stuff.
The nice stuff. They're going to take it to Veterans Lake because there's so many kids down there?
Well, because it's a 55 and older apartment complexes down there, or housing complex down there, and so there is no kids there.
Well, I'm reverting to childhood, so maybe they're doing the right thing. 'Cause I know as I get older, I get more childish.
Yeah, that could be so.
I haven't filled up a diaper this week, but
Coming soon.
coming soon. Yeah, so the whole thing is just poorly contrived, conceived, manipulated, presented. Even the presentation when they're flim-flamming on these numbers and they just can't give you hard and fast stuff. And then they talked to the engineer. They got him on a speakerphone. Was talking to the engineer. But actually, I think he was an architect. And they have phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And they keep talking about offsetting, but the city's skill set versus get it done with a warranty. It's kind of a falsity.
And they're not, to your point, they don't have the capacity to put that much effort into it.
Yeah.
And if they got that much capacity,
We
why
got
is
too many guys, yeah,
why is Catawba Park all the playground equipment ripped out of it?
because they couldn't maintain it.
That's right. They didn't have the horsepower to maintain it.
Damn, see, you look too hard on this stuff. You got to start glossing over. You don't look behind that curtain. Do you understand that? Don't you understand
All right.
city business?
So what are we going to do? We're going to show up next week, next Tuesday, talk about it,
Torches and pitchforks.
of course.
Yeah, that's all we can do is show up,
Ask them where the money's really at. Show me the money.
give our 2 cents. We'll throw our 2 cents in there. That tells they'll completely ignore us and do what they want to do. But our impact is actually more than. I'm surprised people actually listen to us. It always amazes me.
Well, I mean,
And people are standing up and taking notice.
you think so?
I like to tell myself that there's value in what we're doing, that we're not here because we like to drink and smoke cigars. We're far deeper than that. We're not that damn shallow. So,
All right. Well, thanks for going to the commission meeting, but we got to go. Anything else?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have a bone to pick or two.
Yeah.
When we
Time's
say
up.
good thinking, good things, you don't want to hear this one. Anyway, no, I'll save it.
Sure.
There's no point in beleaguering the point of what we should be expecting from our city and what we're getting. I mean, it's too deep of a subject to breach for this, and we have to have a sit down, and if we can get a city guy in here and get him talking about what we see and tell us how wrong we are. If they can explain to us how
Educate us.
wrong we are, what we don't see, what we don't understand, what we don't know. I'm begging for that.
Maybe we'll get our new guy
Oh, okay. Soon?
soon.
I hope soon. Couldn't be soon enough.
We got to go.
All right, my friend.
No more signing off.
It's Italian night.
Yeah.
Ciao.